Wow, are you kidding me? Look who's here! Never thought I'd see this trash bitch again. What a small world. What the hell are you doing here anyways? This is not a place for a loser like you. This is a place for winners like me. You came to get bullied again. You want some more heat? I'll spare you my precious time for that. Believe me, I'm also surprised. Never thought we'd meet again, Sarah. Especially here in the same company of all places. I thought you were working for a different company. When did you change your job? That's exactly what I was gonna say. You're stealing my words, you sneaky thief. A bitch I finally trashed and put to misery, reappearing in front of my eyes again. How funny is that? I guess I'll have to trash you again. And trust me, I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. Trash, huh? Sarah, you haven't changed a single bit. Do you actually know where you stand in this situation? I'm sure you don't, so you're saying that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you're the one who doesn't know anything about positions in this company since you just got here. Listen up, you loser. I'm the one who's running this department. Go ask anyone here. I can see you coming back in tears. Mark my words, little bitch. It's super easy for me to bully you and make you quit again like the loser that you are. If you thought that what happened 3 years ago was tough, you're in for a rude awakening. Don't you worry, because I'll treat you like trash again, and we'll see how long you last this time. It's going to be really nasty, so buckle up. Oh, Sarah, you don't get it, do you? That's not what I'm getting at. I really think it's important for you to say things according to where you stand. This is work, and we're in a very different environment from 3 years ago. Yeah, right. I still remember clearly. 3 years ago, you were mentally broken so easily and quickly. Then you folded and ran away. Wherever we are, it's going to be the same or even worse for you this time. Steve was utterly confused by how that turned out. He should have listened to me earlier so he didn't have to waste any of his precious time with a retard like you. But overall, it was good that you guys divorced and left pretty quickly. For me, it was a pleasure bullying you. It was so funny to see you fold like that, like a little weak link that you are. I will joyfully do that to you again, any day of the week. Oh my God, do you even realize what you're saying? Those despicable words that come out of your mouth, it's so low as a human. I am so disgusted beyond belief. 3 years ago, you constantly bullied your brother's wife and made me mentally ill. And like you said, you even enjoyed doing that. That tells what kind of a person you truly are. It's clear to me you haven't changed a single bit, or has it even gotten worse? If so, that is very sad. I'm curious, are you not even a little sorry for what you've done? All the mental damage you've caused? Do you have any compassion towards that? Sorry, for what? Compassion? Towards what? Yes, I'm asking you, Sarah. You don't even understand the point of the question? I'm dead serious. Let me tell you again. You actually made a person mentally sick, and you don't feel anything about it? That's really surprising. I think it's time you start having feelings or compassion for another person. Wow, what is this little scum talking about? You need to go see a psychiatrist, or at least a shrink or a therapist. Explain to me, is there anything wrong with being myself? This is who I am, and this is me. You have a problem with that, dummy? Why the hell should I please you with this sorrow and compassion nonsense? 3 years ago, your little feelings got hurt on your own and just disappeared. That's all your fault, okay? Don't even try to blame your weakness on me. You were calling me trash every day and actually threw food waste at me. Who would enjoy a thing like that? That's not all. I haven't forgotten you placing trash in my bag. You have no idea how that felt. And all the mess created in the house was also my fault? And it wasn't even me who did that. It was obviously you. I was actually the one cleaning it. It made no sense to me, but I did it anyways to keep all the family members somewhat happy. Imagine how I felt at that time. Now that I think back, living together in your parents' house was the fatal mistake. We should have gotten our own house and none of this would have happened. Where are you going with all these past incidents? I basically don't give a rat's ass about anything you're saying, so you're just wasting my time. I have no idea when you started working in this company, but you are so finished. You're done. I will end you. I'll make sure you lose your place in this company. I'll use everything in my power to kick you out of here. Exactly like 3 years ago in my parents' house. Let's see how you'll handle it this time. Understood. Now that I know your real intentions, there is absolutely no way I can forgive you anymore. I'm sorry, Steve, but I can't take it. There is no way I can tolerate her abuse anymore. The time has come to take revenge against Sarah. But, well, at the same time, I feel kind of bad since she's your real sister. But when I imagine that she might do what she did to me to someone else, which I assume she probably is, I can't hold back anymore. There's absolutely no reason to let this slide.
Oh my God, what a surprise. You guys are working in the same company? Last thing I imagined was my sister being in your new workplace. That's shocking news, to say the least. You must be surprised beyond belief.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised too. Of all people, why her? In my new office? There's got to be some reason for this. And I was thinking it over and came to this conclusion. Now is the best chance to strike back at her. Since she still doesn't know where we both stand in the company, she's convinced that she's my boss, you know. I need to make that person suffer just like she did to me, and let her know that there's consequences for the things she's done. Though I needed to let you know before I take actions, which I will do very soon. I'm sorry, but at this point, my willingness to strike back won't change, so there's no use trying to stop me.
Oh, don't worry about that. I have zero intention of stopping you. Especially now that I know what she has done to you, and she's back in your life. Now it's time to strike back. You need to do it. Plus, I'll do what I can to help you. I need to do this. Also, you definitely should not forgive her for what she has done to you.
Wow, well, thank you for saying so. I wasn't too sure how you would react since she's your sister. But I'm curious, what can you actually do to help? Listen, Sarah, at this point, I have absolutely no mercy towards you, and I am sure you will not like what's coming. You better be ready for this. What in the world is this newbie saying? Ready for what, you loser? To get crushed by me again? Yeah, I'm ready. A newbie to this office trying to come against me, your boss? This loser is seriously crazy. Bring it, you little scum. We'll see how that works out. You better bring your A game. You're just gonna go mentally broken again like before anyways, but try me. Come on, what are you waiting for? At this point, I'm already used to your disgusting remarks, nothing I want to be used to. But you made me so. Although it was really hard hearing that on a daily basis, especially at home where I wanted to chill out and relax. But at work, it's a different story. I'll handle it professionally in a business matter. One thing for sure is that you will not like what's coming your way. You just got here and you so arrogantly want to talk business matters with me, you delusional bitch. When are you going to realize that I'm the boss? You're so dumb and delusional beyond belief. Never in a million years did I think that a girl who divorced my younger brother due to my bullying would turn out to be my assistant. Look forward for more torture coming your way. Well, actually, I'm your boss. What? I can't hear what you're saying. Speak up. I'm sorry, but you've been getting it all wrong. Talking all that nonsense. It's very simple and straight. I'm your boss, not you. You came in late today, so you missed my introduction in the morning. So, once and for all, I will tell you the details. I was headhunted from another company to come here and start new projects and shake things up and make things right. My position as a division manager is above your job position, so whether you like it or not, I am technically your new boss. What? New boss? What are you talking about? I wasn't told any of that from anyone. It makes no sense at all. Stop bluffing or you're seriously gonna get hurt. In what world is a newbie like you suddenly going to become my new boss? You're making things up so I won't bully you. You think I'm stupid? It's just going to make things worse, you know. All of what you're saying is BS. I've been working here for more than a year, you know. People tell me things and rely on me. If you were going to be my new boss, I would have been informed well in advance. Anyways, our job positions are different. You are ranked way below me. One of my jobs is to keep an eye on your division. So it's absolutely a waste of time arguing here. Whatever you say, I am your boss, and that's a fact. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Cry all you want, but the fact of the matter is, I am your new boss. So, with the past aside, I'm really looking forward to working with you. And my first advice to you, you really better stop thinking about bullying me. It's not in your best interest to do anything of that nature to your boss. You can at least understand that, right? Yeah, right, you're my boss. You're either lying or joking. Or you've gone mad. Yeah, that's probably it. Go see a doctor before you come here. It's not even funny. A trash bitch is my boss. I know you're stupid and crazy, but come up with a better lie. Everyone in the company knows I should be the boss. I have the most accomplishments and everyone relies on me massively. With your skills, that will never be possible. You're so delusional. No one is relying on you. You can't even do the job properly, so you should keep your filthy mouth shut. What? A newbie like you doesn't have the right to say those disrespectful things to me. You are really pushing me, you know? You have no idea how dangerous that is. Plus, now's the only time you can act tough like that. You're going to bend the knee to me very soon. Starting a beef with me? What a stupid move. You'll see where this goes. All hell will break loose in your miserable life, so welcome to misery, you bitch. Back at you with those exact same words. I'm actually grateful you said it first, so I didn't have to say anything nasty. Don't even think for a second that it'll be the same as 3 years ago, because it's not, and this time I have the upper hand. One thing's assured, you're the one that's going to regret it this time, and it's going to be a very hard pill to swallow for a delusional person like you. Hey, what the hell is going on? I'm really fired? There's no way that can be true, and no way am I going to accept this. It absolutely makes no sense. One thing I know for sure is that everything has gone south from the time you became my boss. The series of misfortunes since you arrived, you are a plague. You must be using some sort of black magic or whatever the hell you're doing. This is all BS. I am cursed and you're the one to blame. I told you from the start that I'm your boss and I'm here to make things right. It's not black magic or a curse. What don't you understand about that? It's pretty straightforward. It's not rocket science that you are not fit for this company. Hypothetically speaking, I'll admit that you're my boss since everyone is saying so. But I haven't done anything wrong to you this time around. You know that, right? At least you can tell what's right from wrong. Even more, I was actually being kind to you, so why can you do such a thing? That is absolute cruelty. It's not allowed. It makes absolutely no sense to fire me. This company needs me. I am their cash cow. What? You haven't done anything wrong and you were being kind to me? I'm your boss, so in any business situation, that is such a normal thing to do. All assistants act that way to their bosses. Plus, you all of a sudden just flip-flopped your attitude towards me after our previous conversation. It was so obvious you buttered up because I'm your boss and you thought that that was the only way you could survive in this company. What a sneaky weasel you are. Let me tell you something. That didn't work in your favor at all. What do you mean it didn't work in my favor? What did you not like about it? How can you be so inhumane? Well, if you go there are tons and tons of things I didn't like. But that's not the real point and problem here. The problem is your terrible work attitude. Plus, you did another fatal thing that led to this decision. You should take a moment and do some serious searching in your heart. What? Work attitude? A fatal thing? What are you talking about? There's nothing terrible or fatal in my work. Why should I take a moment? You should know well enough that I would never do such a thing. Oh my God, you are so delusional. Look at yourself in the mirror and look who's talking. First of all, I knew that you weren't achieving anything profitable or worthwhile for the company. And you were threatening the fragile coworkers to give you dates and stole their hard-earned accomplishments. And that is basically how you have been making your way through this company. Sorry, but I knew all of that. You can't fool me. That's called cheating. You are a cheater. What? I never did anything like that. I always play fair and square. Hell no, I ain't a cheater. And even if I warned you, you'd tell me, where's the proof? And try to end the discussion in that manner. So I went ahead and filed your so-called accomplishments and sent it to the upper management. You actually snitched all of that to the upper management? Sounds like you're the cheater. Whatever, I studied your actual operational rate during the business hours. And the actual contract capture rate. It's easy to find out how much you've really accomplished if you see it as data. Funny thing is, You weren't operating all that much, but somehow you have quite a lot of contracts captured and accomplishments. Well, that's weird, which obviously means you were cheating your way through and threatening and stealing someone else's accomplishments. I've already talked to those people and collected all the evidence on this, so there's no way you can get away with it. Lisa, wait, what are you saying? Everyone's lying since they're jealous of me. But it gets even worse, you know. I have a proof that you were embezzling money from the company. What? Wait a minute, you need to wait. I would obviously never do that. Why are you blaming me for doing that? Everyone's so jealous of me, trying to bring me down for no reason. That's not fair. Where is this BS coming from? That's not right. I am always working honestly and diligently. Here's what we know. You claimed you went on a business trip, but you actually didn't. Sound familiar? There were so many things that didn't align in the expense calculation you turned in. So I did further research, and all were falsely made up expenses. You actually thought you could get away with that? Which leaves me to say, we can no longer hire you, Sarah. It's not my decision, it's from upper management. So don't bear a grudge against me. Wait, are you seriously saying all this? What have I done wrong? I'm pretty sure I told you all of what you did wrong, or am I missing more? You still don't get it, huh? Are you trying to say you won't admit all of this? I wouldn't say that, but spending a little money on yourself? Come on, Lisa, it's not such a big deal, right? I mean, everyone's doing it. Is that right? Well, I'm surprised to find out that you weren't conscious that you were actually committing a crime. Well, sorry to inform you that this is nothing but a crime, which means you will be given a disciplinary dismissal from the company. You should be grateful that we aren't pressing charges. But it will definitely affect your future careers, that's for sure. It'll be super hard to find a new job. Human resource data will be shared amongst the affiliate companies, so no one will want to hire you. Especially a person who committed a crime like you'll be immediately on a blacklist. So basically what I'm saying is that you are permanently banned from this industry. Blacklisted? Wow, chill out. You're exaggerating, right? You just want to convince me that I did something bad, right? I get that, but how can you be so cruel and affect my future career? Lisa, you're doing too much. Think about it. That's called crossing the line. You're trying to get back at me just because my brother dumped you. History tells that I do have a grudge against you, but this is a different story. You still don't think this is a big deal, but I have to tell you once again, this is a crime. Oh, and by the way, one more surprise. Your brother didn't dump me. What do you mean? We all know that he dumped you 3 years ago. You were mentally ill and weak at that time, so it's obvious he had to dump you. And you ran away and disappeared like a rat. I must say kudos to him. Steve made a wise choice dumping trash like you. You're such an ill-natured person, so you more than deserved to be dumped. Who's the real ill-natured person here? It might surprise you, but Steve and we're still together. We lived together all this time. What are you talking about? You got dumped and left the house. Well, obviously, I was sick and tired of your constant complaints. Who wouldn't be? So on the surface, we decided to tell everyone that we're divorced so I wouldn't have to deal with you anymore. We did this act all because of you. And the reality is, we weren't divorced and we still live together to this day. What? So you're not divorced? So Steve, my beloved brother, deceived us? There's no way he'd do that to us. I wouldn't say he deceived you, but what can we do? It's impossible to live with a real psychotic lunatic like you, who will occasionally enjoy devastating my mental health and harass me every single day. If you find out that we're still married, then you will come at me again and say all these nasty things to me and try to boss me around. We knew for sure that you were going to do that. So we did all this action and are convinced we took the best measure to keep you out of our lives. What the hell is that? You two making fun of me? I bet you were laughing at me. Okay, anyways, that's that, but if so, why are you holding a grudge against me? If you're not divorced, then you don't need to hold a grudge. Why are you doing this to me then? There's no reason for that. You seem to have forgotten on what you did to me, but I haven't. I obviously hold a grudge against you, so this coincidence was in fact lucky for me. The chance to strike back at you and get over my trauma has suddenly arrived. Who would have thought I'd get hired to the company you're in as your boss? Of course, I told Steve about this since he is my family. How dare you do something Steve will despise of? You call that a family? I'm Steve's family. Well, I'm sorry to tell you that he really doesn't consider you family anymore, so I guess he's cool with it. What do you mean by that? My little brother doesn't consider me family? No way that's possible. You have no idea what we've been through. Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Going on like this for 3 years. You have no idea how much he suffered being in between a bullying lunatic sister and me. You were so self-centered you never understood his feelings. But his days of tolerating are finally over. A huge burden has been lifted off his shoulders. What are you trying to say? He told everything to your parents, all the little details too. What do you mean by everything? To my parents? Who else but you and Steve's parents? Finally, he told them what you've been doing to me. They believed him, you know. BS, there's no way my parents will believe that. They will never believe what you're saying. I know them. They love me more than anybody. You were telling them things that I had never said, lying about actions I've never done. So at that time, they were reacting in that way to me. But finally, they realized the truth. Coming from Steve, they had no choice but to believe. You liar! What have you done? What I did to you was not such a big deal, right? The countless harassment you did to break my mental health was not a big deal for you, huh? Oh well, who cares now? All that's left for you is to go to hell. It's really too late to regret at this point. I hope you can find a place to live and a new job as soon as possible, if you ever can find them. With your attitude towards life, I don't think your future is on the bright side. What do you mean a place to live? What are you inferring? I don't think you are allowed to live in your parents' house anymore. I heard that they're really upset. Don't worry, you'll know soon when you hear from them. Wait, I can't believe what's happening. This is a nightmare. Hell, I just got a damn text saying never to come back home and that they'll send all my belongings to wherever I live next. This is all your fault. Lisa, what have you done? I'm never going to forgive you for this. Forgive me? What can you actually do now? You're officially jobless and homeless. Don't even bother to start beef with me. You have absolutely no leverage over me. I'm not trying to start a beef with you. All I'm saying is just get me my job back. Plus, you need to explain that to my family. That's also important. What's left to explain at this point? Everything is already out there. Also, you being fired is official. You stealing the company's money and not working properly and bullying the coworkers? You more than deserve to be fired. You're lucky you're not in jail for this. So from now on, best of luck, because you need every bit of it. You must let this all sink in and regret all your wrongdoings. Since the day you came back into my life, everything has been totally awful. Why the hell did you come to that company in the first place? You should have just minded your own business and lived your loser life. I'm going to use everything in my power to make you regret this. Don't you forget this. You've pushed the wrong button. Yeah, whatever. Karma's a bitch, huh? Just hold on to that grudge hard and tight. But sadly for you, it won't change anything anyways. You have no power or anything in that matter to get back at me anymore. So, farewell. Don't you ever show up in my life again. Hey, Lisa, I want to apologize. Please, you must forgive me. I never even thought for a second that Steve would see that scene. That was not supposed to happen. You're kidding about the cops, right? Please stop. You have to let this go. What do you mean? You tried to assault me. How can you even say that? Why are you the one telling me to stop? You came storming in with all the rage. This could easily be a police matter, you know? That's exactly why I'm apologizing. I never thought that Steve would be that pissed. If Steve hadn't gotten in between us and stopped you, I would have been seriously injured. Then you would have been a complete criminal, which, again, you completely deserve to be. Let me rephrase. Actually, you already are a criminal. What were you thinking, attacking me? You keep on crossing every line there is. Can't you control yourself in any of these circumstances? I couldn't forgive you for what you did to me. I've never been treated this way in my life. I surely don't deserve to be. And you suddenly appear back in my life because of you. Because of me what? Go on, say it. Let me tell you, you got kicked out of your house because of what you did. Getting fired was all due to your actions. How can you be stupid enough to blame everything on me and not face the truth? Own it for once. You've been blaming someone else for everything your entire life. That's gotta stop. Don't you dare call me stupid. You really get on my nerves. Don't you understand how much trouble you're causing your family? It's really serious. Steve and your parents are really concerned about you. But you kept on repeating this kind of self-centered, egotistical behaviors over and over. You come up with all these conclusions that it's always someone else that is bad and never you. So this is exactly what you should get. You need this lesson. If you even feel a little sorry for your family, you need to turn your life around and change now. Turn my life around? How do I do that? Oh God, you're asking me that? Think for yourself. At least, don't ask me of all people. Don't you have any friends that will teach you a little decency? Good heavens, you're a grown-ass woman. Plus, you might not have noticed, but I really don't want to speak with you anymore. So think for yourself. I'm dead serious. Don't text me from here on out. Goodbye, ex-sister-in-law.
So, you might not care, but Sarah started a live-in work for my relative's factory. I think you should scold her pretty well. She has never been like that before.
I wouldn't say I scolded her. I didn't say that much, but I believe I got my message through. Thinking about you and Mom, it's time she really needs to get her act together. Now is really the time for it. We can't let her go on like this and do nothing about it, right? It could have been way more disastrous if she went on like that. All she was doing was bullying me and harassing the coworkers. That's an insane behavior, to say the least. She was going to turn out to be a real criminal one day. That could have easily happened. Then it would have been too late.
Yeah, exactly. For me, it was actually the end of the story when she stole money from the company. And when I saw her trying to assault you, that sealed the deal. Now I am totally convinced that she's an insane lunatic. It's the first time I've ever snapped at her like that. Before that, I always tried to be mindful of her since I knew it was hard to get my true feelings to her. And basically, I didn't want to piss her off. If I said something that she didn't like, that won't even listen anyways. So probably me snapping at her was the key to her realizing that it was something really serious we're dealing with here. I should have done it earlier.
Yeah, but in hindsight, I'm really glad she realized the point of all this. It took a long time and effort, but I'd like to think it was worth it. There was nothing good about the whole situation, and hopefully in the future, she becomes a better person.
My parents were really sorry about this whole situation, and my deepest apologies to you too, Lisa. You were the biggest casualty of this. I regret that I couldn't take actions earlier. I truly am sorry. And I am so glad that you weren't injured in that altercation. I can't imagine what I would have done if you were injured. The outcome of this whole family could have been very dangerous.
I'm okay. Thank you for protecting me. And I'm glad it didn't turn out to be the worst outcome. You're always my important husband, from now and forever. I love you. Steve's mother told me that Sarah was still hanging in with her new job. She is working hard to gain her independence and finally trying to stand on her own feet. She is supposedly saying that she feels sorry for what she's done to me, but to be honest, I still can't trust her. The memory of cruel and constant harassing is not easy to forget. So, obviously, I'm still in no mood to see her again. Who would be, right? If she really has realized and regrets all of her wrongdoings and she's willing to change and become a better person, then this whole thing was all for the good. And I guess I can be happy for that.